Brooklyn Independent Television.
Welcome to Healthbeat Brooklyn on Brooklyn Independent Television. I'm Dr. Monica Sweeney. For almost all of us, a life of silence is unthinkable. But still, we tend to take our hearing for granted. We're aware of protecting our eyes. We'll buy a pair of cheap sunglasses. But what about our ears? Maybe, just maybe, we occasionally turn down the volume on our TVs or iPods. Just as we need to get annual physicals, and yes, our eyes examined, we should also have our hearing checked. If it's been a while, here's Healthbeat's Caroline Shin to tell us what to expect.
There you go. Okay, so come and sit, Mommy. Now come and sit. Come and sit. There you go. I'm going to do a hearing screening on your baby today. We saw the baby in the nursery, and he did not pass in the nursery. That does not mean the baby has a hearing problem. Okay?
The most common illness that we deal with in hearing is hearing loss. It happens at different ages with different people. If you have a parent that lost their hearing and started losing their hearing at a young age, chances are you will as well.
And what this test does, essentially, is it's looking at the brain waves as the baby's listening to sounds. And every time a sound goes into his ear, we want to see the brainwave change.
There are two types of hearing specialists that evaluate hearing. There's the audiologist and the otolaryngologist, or ear, nose, and throat physician.
Audiologists are non-medical people, but we are trained to recognize diseases of the ear and pathologies of the ear. So after we get done with the test, of course, when we see a problem, anything that's suspicious that it could be medical, we're going to refer to the ENT physician. Here we go. Good. Here we go. And this one. There you go. And we have little baby earphones. Wait, it's your first concert. It averages out to be roughly 3 babies in 1,000 are born with hearing impairments, permanent hearing impairments, either in one ear or both ears. Congenital hearing loss is now the #1 birth defect in the United States. If we catch them really early and we start the intervention early, which could be hearing aids, it could be speech therapy, it can be a combination of both, they will develop language and academic skills equivalent to their hearing peers. But it has to be early. It seems like the babies that are caught after 12 months or 18 months, they just never catch up. So it seems like he hears great in both ears. He can hear you. I can't promise you he'll listen to you as he grows up, okay? So that's it, you're all done.
There's estimated to be 60 million people in the United States who have hearing losses that would benefit from either hearing aids or other forms of intervention. But less than 15% of those patients ever seek any treatment for it.
I can't tell you how many couples come and say, well, why are you here? Well, my wife says I don't hear. And you actually wind up being a marriage counselor practically. Okay, Miss Payne. Mm-hmm. We're going to start the standard part of the hearing test.
Okay.
I feel that people should start getting their hearing screened for age-related hearing loss probably in their 50s. But if you don't have any history of hearing loss in your family, you could probably go a little later. There are other things that affect it, smoking, diabetes, noise exposure, things like that.
Adults, we like them to hear from 0 decibels to 25 decibels, dBHL. And children, we like them to hear from 0 to 15 decibels. And the lower the number, the better the hearing.
Oftentimes, if you're wanting to listen to your iPod and you're on a subway where the platform is at 100 decibels, you're going to turn that thing up to 120 decibels so that you can hear it. And that's very damaging to your ears.
Good, very nice. Now I'm going to ask you to say some words after me. They'll start loud, just like the tones did, and they'll get softer and softer and softer. Sidewalk.
Sidewalk.
Airplane.
Airplane.
Baseball. We tend to lose our hearing in the high frequencies first. And in English, the high frequency sounds are S, F, T. So you're not going to lose the hearing of all your sounds equally or globally across the board. Think of the sentence, you can go, you can't go. T carries all our negative, the negation in English. It's a huge difference in meaning. This is also emerging as technology where we can differentiate if a hearing loss is sensory versus neural. And the hearing aids are getting quite good now. We're not running into the problems where people are overwhelmed with the sound like they were when we were using analog technology. I'm also very big on what we call assistive listening devices or assistive communication devices. You have any questions?
No, I'm good.
Did it hurt?
No. Comfy.
Okay.
Yes, I'm good.
Okay.
All right, I'm good.
You got it.
Okay.
I always want people to hear better, but at the end of the day, what's important is that they communicate better.
Watch this and other Brooklyn Independent Television episodes online at breakartsmedia.org/BIT.